What's up, party people? Super Hoops Radio, live from the Love Seat. Tawdry and Ilee Coleman. What up, Ilee?
Man on the sofa. Second man on the sofa. I'm back. I'm ready.
Continue to do our mid-season reviews, and we about to bust y'all in the head with the Golden State Warriors.
Nah. You gotta say championship.
The championship Warriors.
There you go. Listen. The Steve Kerr minus Mark Jackson Warriors.
Come on, don't hate on the South Jamaican cats. Mark is hating a little bit right now, but he get over it. Yo, look, man. For all your cats that was out there talking all that garbage about their championship, come on, man. Y'all got to give it up, man. Y'all was talking some real garbage. They got lucky. If this wouldn't have happened and that wouldn't have happened. Come on, man. Y'all got to give it up out there. Like, the Warriors is you know, I'm trying to keep down the customer of the show. They not to be effed with. You know what I mean? And y'all can talk all the trash y'all want about, they got over because so-and-so was hurt and all that. Yo, man, they play who was in front of them, and they making a lot of people eat their words right now. So, I mean, in the off season, the only real move they made was they let David Lee bounce, and they brought in a few cats, you know, but they turned it up. They turned it up. I mean, I can't say enough about what's happening over there, and I'm not even going to start with the obvious person. I'm going to talk about the other obvious person, Draymond Green. Yo, he ain't having it. Like, all your cats, he ain't having it. I mean,
yo, that's Abdullah, yo. That's Abdullah. He's Abdullah from Car Wash, yo.
Yeah, he ain't having it, man. He ain't having it. And I like his style, man. That kid, he lets you know, like, you come up in here, or we come to your town, we're not scared. We're not, worried about all your hype or none of that stuff. We getting at it. And he does it every night. He putting a record number triple doubles this year. I mean, the dude is everywhere, man. It's like a newer, more complex version of Dennis Rodman. I mean, he ain't gonna never rebound like Rodman, but Rodman never would have had the triple doubles like he's having. Like, he is the ultimate glue guy, man. I haven't seen anything like that. He's a throwback dude, man. He comes out and he gets after it. You
know what? One thing I want to talk about with them, man, because I know we just gonna praise these dudes because we both love this team, but it's something to be said about when you win a championship, man, because any type of indecision that they had last year is all wiped away when you see them play this year. Steph Curry is playing with such a calmness and so matter of fact about, okay, this is me, and now you got to adjust to what I do. Like, I'm not doing anything to change my game against you. I'm just going to play my game and make you adjust. This dude has such a calmness and a swag about him, and it's not arrogance. It's like borderline arrogance on the other side of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he played like, this is just what I do. Like,
it's what I do.
The other night when he pulled up from about, like, I don't know, he's like 35. Like, he pulled up from like 35.
Yo.
Like, this is just kind of the game they lost the other night when they was playing against the bum Nuggets. And at the end, he just came down. I mean, he crossed the halfway mark. He crossed the half court and just said, let me just do what I do. He just put it up like, whoosh. Like, it'd be all net. Like, listen, I mean, I don't even know, man. There's no words for what Steph do. I don't even understand.
These dudes are exciting. You like to see them play because from 1 to 10, they root for each other. Like, a group of guys that root for each other and play for each other, and, they're amazing, man, to watch. They're exciting to watch. They play that pace of basketball that you love to pay for. Like, they're worth the price of admission. And then not to mention, we all thought Mark Jackson was a little off when he was talking about the best backcourt. But he saw them every day. He knew what they were capable of, and we're just getting to see. These dudes shoot the ball like I've never seen it. I've never seen a backcourt duo shoot the ball the way they shoot the ball. Like, literally, when him and Clay shoot the ball, when Steph and Clay shoot the ball, you automatically think it's going in, right or wrong.
No, 100%. Like the crowd is on the edge of their seat every shot because these
every shot.
they fire and it's gold. Like this is bow, bow, bow. Like I mean, like I have never really, and this has been overstated on even like the sports shows where dudes actually make money to have a sports show. I've never really seen anything like it. I gotta be honest, man. I don't know. I watched a lot of basketball in my life. I've been a basketball fan since I was like 10 years old. Watching the Knicks and Dr. J and all that, and I just can't recall seeing two dudes in a backcourt just
look, man,
lighting it up like this, man. I don't even know the words for it.
Look, man, I know this may be blasphemous for what I'm about to say, man, but I'm sorry. I'm apologize to Dale and Steph too, man. But look, man, you could go if you buy a ticket, man, and you go out there to watch a game, man. You're gonna have fun. You're probably gonna see something you never saw before. You're gonna be entertained, man. And then I ain't gonna lie, man, Steph's mom, she's pretty, man. You know what I'm saying? You get to watch her too.
Yes.
So you get the whole show, man, the whole gamut, man.
Del knocked out the park with that one.
Yeah, man.
Kudos to Del. Hey, I'm sorry, Steph, but your mom is kind of hot, yo. I'm an older dude, so I'm an older dude, so I'm feeling your mom, man. Don't pardon me, Del, pardon me.
Yeah, but back to the basketball though, like, and then you look at Clay, man. I mean, Clay is stepping up. He has these quarters, man. This dude he don't just catch fire, man. He catch blaze, and hitting shots, and you're like, are you serious? Yeah. I mean, literally doesn't even like the ball is touching his hands, man, and it's flying, and his jumper is like picture perfect, And then they just got perfect pieces, man.
Well, I want to talk about, I love to talk about the unsung heroes, man. I'm going to talk about the second unit, man, because they don't get the shine that they should get, man. And I'm going to break down it. It's the first time in a long time I can even really tell you who somebody's second unit is. I usually couldn't care less what someone's second unit looks like. And speaking of, Stephen A. Smith, it could not care less. It isn't could care less. You're a journalist. Look it up, son. Anyways, I couldn't care less about most people's second unit, to be honest with you. This is a second unit. I can name the people in the second unit because they don't just keep the Warriors in the game. They come out and run almost like a completely different set that just befuddles cats. So you come out there and you got this 6'7" point guard in Sean Livingston, and he does what he does on both sides of the floor. He takes if you want to put a small guard on him, he's taking him right to that spot and backing him down and turning around and shooting that little bunny every time. And you can't really do nothing about it because if you switch, you got the Brazilian blur. We're going to blow past you. Still, after all these years, you got the Clyde Drexler head down, just take off on you. And he's hitting threes, right? Yep. I mean, Harrison Barnes. I mean, I can't say enough about the supporting cast. Ilee is coming up big this season. I like what Big Mo Spates be doing with his old man park game. Mo Spates is that dude at the park with all the leg wraps on and all that. He be yelling at you, young fella. You could be 60 years old. He'd be like, young fella, throw me the rock. I got my spine.
The beauty of their team, man, is that you see real team. As someone who really loves the game of basketball, man, it's a beautiful thing to watch because it's reminiscent of old teams from back in what we call the golden age, the golden era. That 80s, 90s basketball. When you had the team kid threat, and they got their superstars, but these dudes know their roles, man, and they play them to perfection.
Yep.
And that's why you get Steph Curry and Clay and all of these dudes sitting down whole fourth quarter. It's like, what is going on? But they run these leagues, man, and those dudes get to play. And then a lot of times, man, the second unit run up the league even more.
Oh, I mean, look, man, you got a bona fide Olympian all-star out there, Iguodala, man. And Iggy it's like, here's the thing with the two units. On each unit, you got all the key components. So in the second unit, talk about, glue guys, ultimate glue guys, The second unit comes out, and they got an ultimate glue guy. They got a point guard who creates matchup problems. They got a big man who cleans up the glass and gets you garbage. But they got all the same things on the second unit as the first, but it's like a different team. Keeping it 100%. If you took the second unit of the Warriors and you made them a team elsewhere in the NBA, I ain't saying they getting a chip. They ain't getting a chip, but they compete every night.
They in the playoffs, though.
I know, especially in the East. They're in the playoffs.
Yeah, I just want to publicly say this, man. Because I'm tired of my man getting the shaft, and he needs somebody to say this for him, man. Mark Jackson, man, you should get a ring too, man.
No doubt.
You should get a ring. But Steve Kerr did bring these dudes to another level. That's your team. But he did. He oiled it a little bit more, man, to make the machine run a little bit.
He loosened it up a little bit. He took the training wheels off.
But one thing I do want to compliment Mark Jackson on is because I didn't see the Iguodala effect when they traded for him. I didn't see it to that level. I saw that. I know Iguodala was a good player. He's definitely a good role guy. A high-level role guy, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't see it to this level, you know what I mean? Because with all the other things that other guys do, man, had Iguodala not been on that team, I don't think they win the chip.
Nah, he played a specific role, especially in dealing with raw shenanigans. Yeah. I mean, Iguodala deserved that. Finals MVP just for getting shocked in his neck, in his chest in 5 seconds by LeBron.
You heard what his son asked him when he was up there. He was like, "Dad, you won?" He was like, "Oh, because of all the bruising in your neck." I think his son asked him, man. That
dude. I mean, him and Draymond, man, they make that team go, man. And I ain't taking nothing away from the two killers in the backcourt, but them two dudes. They keep it 100 at all times. And another dude who's underrated, quietly underrated, and happy he's starting to be healthy on a regular basis, is Andrew Bogut. The big Aussie comes out there, and he ain't scared of nobody.
Oh, he's not scared of nobody.
He's not, taking no stuff from nobody. He's doing his thing regularly. You can't, he's not, to be messed with. You know what I mean?
Not at all, man.
When you dealing with him, I mean, I don't even know, what we could go about these dudes all day. Let's talk about some of the things that we think they can actually improve. I don't think they need to make no trades or nothing before the deadline, but here's the thing that they got to really calm down on is the turnovers. The turnovers, man, is not a good look.
Yeah, man, that's the one gripe I have about them, I think what happens is they get into these phrases, man, where they're like, what's our phrase that we say when the Warriors play against somebody? The three words that we say. The four words.
Right.
Can't do the math. Can't do the
math. Yeah. You can't do the math.
These dudes, they're in such a groove. They really feel that it doesn't matter if we get down. That 3-point line is such an equalizer for them, and teams are so shook of them. They can erase a 10-point, 15-point lead like that. So they get loosey-goosey with that ball, and they do some things that you probably wouldn't do if you couldn't shoot like they do. You know what I mean? So at times I think they lose sight, and I think they just lose. They go off someplace and whatever. We'll make it up, and then they do.
They do most nights. They do, but you can't get caught up like that in the playoffs.
I think,
because the secret's out. So dudes are gunning for you. So you can't get caught up like that in the playoffs. I mean, and it's hard to tell dudes like that. Look, Steph Curry just recently dropped under 30 points a game. He's at 29.7 right now. You know what I'm saying? And Steph Curry, when you can pull up from that deep and people scared, you get a little loosey-goosey. You kind of man, I'm bored tonight. I'm playing the Nuggets. But you see the Nuggets turn it up, and you ended up turning the ball over, and you lost. And, of course, the haters immediately like, oh, he turned the ball over at the end of the game. Blah, blah. Okay, all right, yeah. You know.
But Draymond didn't play that night either.
Draymond didn't play that night, and you're playing the Nuggets. So it's going to be hard to get up for the Nuggets. You know, I can barely name 3 people on the Nuggets team aside from Gallinari and who else is over there? I don't know.
Moutier, they got Moutier.
Moutier's.
He's learning.
You know. So we can barely think of people on the team. So imagine you come in, you got we got to go up in this, you know, up in the Rockies and play these clowns. You know what I mean? Like this is boring. And you look at Klay Thompson, he's having a mediocre season. He averages 20.7 a game. You know what I mean?
That's what's amazing about it. Yeah. Nobody's really talking about Klay. And that's unbelievable to me. The dude is Klay is off the chart. When he's on, look, man.
Yo, I mean, look at the stats, man. You know, Draymond Green is their leading rebounder, followed by Bogut and Festus Ezeli at 9.7 a game is Draymond. You know, Draymond is the third leading scorer, field goal percentage. You know, Bogut and Ilee, obviously, but you know, you got free throw percentage, you got Livingston getting to the line a lot, assists per game, Draymond leading in assists a game. You know, I know this is going to sound outlandish, but we're on, you know, nobody supports us broadcast, so I can just say it like. I think that Draymond got to get some real consideration for most valuable, but I'm not saying he got to win it. But man, he's leading the team in rebounds. He's the third leading scorer on the team. He's the leader in assists on the team. I mean, he's showing up in like every stat. You know, he blocks per game. He's the second leading shot blocker on the team. He's the second leading steals guy on the team. I know I know it's not a sexy choice, but you gotta look at Draymond for most valuable.
Yeah. And second round, he was a second round pick. You know, people forget that he was a second round pick.
Yeah, he over there, man. My man at Michigan State, man.
Yeah, man. I listen. You know who I was real happy for when they won the title, man. I mean, I was real happy for, you know, all of those dudes. But you know who I was really, really happy for? You gonna think I'm funny, but. I'm dead serious, man. I was happy that Hammer was winning again, man. Because Hammer's a mascot dude, man. And, you know, there's a lot of times.
You happy that Hammer's winning again?
Man. Yeah, Hammer's winning again, man.
Hammer's a really nice dude, man. I met Hammer years ago at a music event or whatever. For y'all that don't know, I used to be in the music business and all that. I still make music, but whatever. I used to be in the music business, and I was at the party. I used to run with these 2 strippers, you know. And so I came into the party, you know, doing my little you know, Goldie act with my 2 girls. And Hannah came over to me like real polite, like, and was like, "Yo, you mind if I dance with one of your ladies?" And I looked at the girls. I was like, "All right, yo, you can dance with them." And I just appreciate him. Yeah, exactly. You just blow my joke, man. Yo, Hammer, don't hurt him. And I appreciate it as a man that he rolled up on me, asked permission to dance with one of my chicks. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't just try to get all fly like some dudes do. You know, he came over like with respect, like, "Yo, I see these ladies is on your arm. Can I dance with your ladies?" And that's a rare thing amongst the hip hop world. So props to Hammer, and I'm happy Hammer's getting a W again in some form or shape in his life.
Yeah, man. Hammer's
winning. So we got a reality show or something?
Nah, that's my dude, man.
Y'all watch Hammer's reality show out there. Y'all watch reality show.
Listen, man, I'm glad Hammer's winning, man. The Warriors are doing good. I really do want to go and, you know, before the year's over, before they break up that team, man, I want to go and
go see a game, right?
Because that's an arena, man. That's an event, man. That's an event, and I believe that you'll have a great time. Fans are great.
Yeah,
team is great. You know, all they need to do really is stay healthy and cut down on the turnovers, man. And you know, I put them right back up in the finals, man, because it's going to be tough to beat them 4 games. Anybody can get beat once. Anybody can get beat twice, but to beat them 4 times, man, you got to have the discipline of a Spurs team. That's the only team that scares me with them is the Spurs.
Yeah, that's the team I think. That's the series I want to see. I mean, I absolutely want to see Crazy Russ running through walls some point, whether it's against the Spurs or the Warriors. But the final, the Western Conference Finals that I want to see is, I want to see the Spurs versus the Warriors. That's going to be exciting. And in terms of being happy in terms of the winning and all that, I'm going to go really obvious, man. You know, I had called you up years ago during the NCAA tournament. I said, yo, you got to watch Dell's kid. You got to watch. Yo, when this kid was at Davidson, man, we sat on the couch laughing at him just obliterating cats. Like, yeah. And you know, these dudes were running around talking about, oh, I don't know if he's a real point guard. I don't know if he's a this, if he's a that. I don't know if he's really 6'3". I don't know. You know, they was hating on Steph so hard. And when he started doing them workouts, you know, I'm not even getting into the Knicks and they opening their big mouth talking about they looking at Steph Curry. They shouldn't have said nothing. But it worked out great. Because I think the Knicks would have just ruined his career like they ruined most people's career. I know you're a Knicks fan, so I'm just saying that. I'm very happy for Steph Curry because I like the fact that he was him and Draymond Green to different extent, but they underdogs. Like, nobody was expecting Steph to blow up like this, and nobody was definitely expecting Draymond to blow up like this. And nobody even really knew who Klay Thompson was coming out of college. They heard about, like, oh, this is Michael Thompson's son, but they didn't even know who he was, really. So I'm happy for all three of them dudes for being the underdogs that got to the top of the food chain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And I'm also happy for Steve Kerr because I'm a former Bulls lover, and I'm happy to see Steve Kerr come in and work his little magic. And I'm a Phil Jackson guy, so I like when I see other Phil Jackson guys winning that. So, I mean, the grade.
The other broadcast, man. The other guy, man. Stanford though. Alvin Gentry, man. I really think he's up there, man. Yeah. I know he said second guessing. He like, yo, I'm about to get fired before I even started, man. I should be now you're gonna lose your bench spot over there. You're gonna lose your spot over here, you know. Just stay with the one. I know you want to be a head coach, man. He's already been a head coach for some other places. He should have just stayed in the winning squad, man. Stop jumping shit, man. Not to go there. He could have waited.
I guess in terms of grading this situation, GM smart for not making no real moves. I give him an A+ for just keeping pat, making some slight little moves. I give Luke Walton A+ for holding the fort. And I'm gonna give the team, strangely, an A- because they really need to get that little turnover thing under control before it bites in the ass. That's my grade.
Yeah, I'm gonna go A+ all across the board, man. I like the ownership, man. I like the way they put things together. You know what I mean? They didn't buy a winner. You know what I mean? They made a winner, and I like the fact that, you know, the only questionable move, I won't say questionable because it worked, but they got rid of Mark Jackson, man. But I think that it could have been done. I'm gonna give Mark
Jackson, as a fellow, you know, Southern Queens alum, I'm gonna give him a B- on the hating. I get it, Mark. It's messed up, but just stop. Like, calm down on the hate, man. Just let it go. You'll get another coaching job, and I know it hurts. I can imagine it hurts. But as Ilee said earlier, and we talked about earlier, Steve Kerr just took them to another level, and he took the training wheels off, like, and let them do their thing, man. And you wasn't really trying to do that, and I'm not sure you would have got them their chip, to be honest with you. And that's not.
It ain't the first time or the last time that a black dude gonna be shysted like that, man. Look at Tony Dungy with Gruden, man. Yo,
I know. Like,
move on, man.
That's what happens, and also, you gotta, when you are a person of color, man, you gotta put people in a position where they can't do you like that. So you had to get. I know it sounds crazy, but you had to get that chip that last year that you was there. So you had to. You can win a chip and let you go if you're a person of color, so you gotta be on your P's and Q's, man, and like, I'm a fan. I've been following Mark since St. John's, man, and I feel for him, man. But it is what it is, bro.
Because of Mark.
I used to remember.
I get the Warriors, man. I give the Warriors A all the way, A+ all the way around, man. I like everything about them, man.
Yeah, man. The only thing, y'all, was a little grimy on the Mark Jackson thing, but I'm gonna let that slide because y'all put together a really enjoyable product, as Matty Johnson likes to call it, product out on the floor. And I think that, you know, I can't be inside the rooms, and I don't know what kind of personal relationship stuff y'all went through with Mark, so I can't be 100% sure why it went down. It looks a little suspect, but it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
But we calling it out just so that y'all know we watched it.
Yeah.
So there it is.
Yeah.
That's another episode of Sofa Hoops Live from the Love Seat with Tawdry and Ilee Coleman. You know, we got products. What's the products, Ilee?
Hit me up at IleeColeman.com, or you can email me info@IleeColeman.com. Pick up my 2 books. I got a book that ESPN put me on ESPN Outside the Lines on, called The Bogeyman: True Confessions of a Golf Addict. It's actually a comedy. And then I got A Breath of Fresh Air coming out. Download both books on my website, or you can go to Amazon.com.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing. I'm still working on this album for like a zillion years. I hope to have something out for y'all by March. But in the meantime, support our sponsor, WILLCHRIS Hosting. That's WILLCHRIS hosting.com. Get your websites, your domain names, your private emails at the discounted rate. As soon as I can get that discount code for y'all, we're going to get the discount code out to all the listeners, and y'all going to be able to get the super great discount on creating your website and building a brand and being empowered, having your own website. It's a start. Anyways, that's it. Until the next episode.
Yes.
Hey.
TB.